Hello, greetings, and welcome to Dividend Blasters. This is our 84th video topic today. Let's get wild. That's right. The topic basically is all about a new ETF that's being launched tomorrow, Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. The ETF is going to be launched and managed by a company, an asset management firm called VistaShares, and the ticker symbol is WILD or WILD. And that is a great name for this because this is a very different type of ETF. I got to tell you, I don't know if I'm going to buy this, but I think that this is just fascinating. I might, because the companies that they are getting exposure to, and I'm going to get to this in a bit. I own all of them, and I buy them and I sell them. So anyway, let's press on. So, quick disclaimer, I'm not your financial advisor. The purpose of this video is for information, education, and it reflects my own personal opinions, my research, and my experience as an independent investor for more than 30 years. So, please do your own research, your own due diligence, and consult a financial advisor prior to making any major financial investment decisions. All right, so let's get on with it. So, Wild, basically, I would say, is driven by a philosophy, an idea, a phrase that was coined by British economist John Maynard Keynes. Animal spirits. Okay, and animal spirits basically speaks to emotions, instincts, and confidence rather than rational calculations to drive financial and economic decisions. We watch the market all the time. We know that psychology and emotions, primarily fear or greed, drive the market a lot. And sometimes, the fundamentals, they should come into play, but sometimes they don't have the impact that the psychology does. So, what are key features of animal spirits? Investment decisions that are influenced by optimism, pessimism, confidence, fear, or herd mentality. We've seen this with talks about tariffs and how that's going to affect the market. We also, listen to what the status is of a spending bill on the Hill, or something that the Fed chair says. This stuff is very real. Market movements and investment choices can be swayed by sentiment. Absolutely. Um, Animal spirits recognizes that psychological factors can cause markets to deviate from fundamentals. So, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because there's a new ETF that's coming out, going to be launched tomorrow by VistaShares, called Wild, that is basically looking to um, generate really positive returns from animal spirits. Uh, and we have skilled traders that manage at this asset management firm. So if you're buying shares of the companies that they get exposure to, uh, and looking to trade, and I've done that, and it's not easy. Like sell options against, covered calls against, and I'll just name a couple of these companies like Tesla or Supermicro or Meta Platforms. Uh, it's hard because if you're selling covered calls, you don't want your shares to be called away through assignment. Um, you want to keep your cash and hold on to your shares and do it again. Sometimes that's not easy. Well, that's what these guys are going to do, and the plan is that they are going to generate better returns for you through the ETF. So anyway, let's keep going. So just a little bit of background on VistaShares. They're a small asset management firm. I'd say they're somewhat innovative. They got deep experience in asset management, technology, manufacturing, research. This is not a publicly traded company. They are privately held. They're headquartered in Boston. I have a blurb about their leadership, the CEO and the co-founder. You can read that. They have a handful of existing offerings, and there's three families. One is the super growth equity ETFs, and they have one ETF there. It's an artificial intelligence ETF. You can see that this is fairly new, just founded last December. Assets under management are small; it's a little under 14 million, but it's very new. But the approach there is to give you a pure play, if you will, on artificial intelligence. And that ETF has 74 holdings in some of the companies you may not have heard of. And so they do their research and they're getting you that pure play of artificial intelligence. And then there's another family called uh, Target 15 Options Income ETFs. And the methodology or the goal or objective there is to get you a 15% distribution or a dividend from the ETFs. There's two of them. One is the USA Quality Income ETF. It targets high quality, large and mid cap stocks with strong profitabilities, low earnings variability, low leverage, and they use options. Okay, and that's how you're going to get these higher returns, these higher distributions. They have to sell options on your behalf, so you get dividends from the holdings, but you're also going to get options to get you that 15% annual income, and you'll get it monthly. And you can see what the expense ratio and the price is. This is a very small one. It's a little under 7 million, 78 holdings. This is very new. This started, a month ago. So very new. And then there is one, which is probably their biggest one, and it's the Berkshire Select Income ETF, target, or I'm sorry, ticker symbol OMA, OMAH, and it basically mirrors the holdings of Berkshire Hathaway. And it's a little bit bigger. They got over $200 million in assets under management. These guys just started 3 months ago. And I got to tell you, $200 million in 3 months is pretty amazing. So you can research those on your own, but I just wanted to provide a little background before I talk a little bit more about this new ETF, Wild. So it's going to invoke, we talked about the animal instincts. This ETF focuses on investor sentiment and market momentum. And what they are basically, the title is Animal Spirits Daily 2X Strategy. Okay. So they're going to basically try to get you a 200% return or a 2X on the initial price of the holdings, which is pretty ambitious. And what they're going to do is they're going to do this with the five most highly traded stocks, um, you know, in the market. And currently, and when they launch tomorrow, the exposure is going to be to Meta Platforms, MicroStrategy, now it's known as Strategy, Palantir, Super Microcomputer, and Tesla. So, like I said, I own shares in all of these companies. I have actually traded options on Tesla and Palantir. I have shares in the others. I haven't traded on those yet. But, reasons to consider investing in this, and I'm thinking about it, is that with market momentum and investor sentiment and the psychology of the markets, there's ways you can capitalize on this. And that's the approach here that they're trying to do with this ETF. So they want to capitalize on the behavior and the psychological factors that drive market trends. And they're targeting companies that get a lot of attention. So these companies that are traded more than others, like the Teslas and MicroStrategy, because of their play with Bitcoin. We've read about that. And Palantir, the astronomical returns that they've had. They're doing that. And what I like is they're going to rotate the five holdings monthly, just depending on what's going on out there. So it's going to be really the top five traded stocks in the market. And they're going to do this based on buying momentum. That's basically what this is. So wanted to mention that to you. I would look out for tomorrow, just see how they do, and maybe buy a share, see what it does. I might do that. So, folks, I hope you found this to be useful and enjoyable. And then before I close, just a reminder that I am an affiliate partner with Seeking Alpha, and I think it's really the premier investment, digital investment publication out there. A longtime subscriber to the premium membership and Alpha Picks, but as an affiliate, I can offer discounts to listeners. So I have the links here. I'm also going to put them in the comments so you can click on them and check out the discounts and the free trial. And for Seeking Alpha Premium, you will get a free trial, and you'll get discounts on all of these if you decide to go with it. So, folks, that is it. Thank you for sticking with me. You can follow me on other platforms. I am on X, Instagram, as well as Facebook. Have a wonderful day. God bless.